This controller promises to turn your phone or small tablet into a legitimate console-grade handheld. Because let's be real, mobile gaming in 2026, actually pretty sweet. Thanks in part to advancements in mobile hardware and of course, cloud streaming technology. Gone are the days of fuzzy mobile games because even AAA games, they look and run pretty great on modern devices. But you know what isn't incredible? This. Trying to be immersed in a game while your own thumb is blocking half the screen? No, that's not a great experience. Now, this controller is not a new concept. There are loads of competitors, like the Backbone, for example. But this is the newest one on the scene by a company that make really, really good controllers. So I'm excited for this one. This is the brand new GameSir, I think that's how you say it anyway, G8 Plus MFI Type-C wired game controller for iPhone, iPad and Android. I know, it's a catchy name. It's wired, it's Hall effect, but is it the ultimate mobile controller? Let's rip this open and find out. Now the first thing is right in the name, MFI. That means it's officially certified for Apple. So if you're using an iPhone 15 or an iPad, you know that certification means seamless plug and play functionality. But if you're on Android, don't worry, it still works flawlessly with Type-C devices as well. Let's crack this bad boy open. Ooh, beyond boundless, where possibilities know no limits. That's a very big claim. Oh, I like this. G8 Plus MFI Galileo. So this is the actual controller itself. Oh, nice. Now the goal of this controller is simple, to try and provide a Nintendo Switch or Steam-like experience for mobile. Now we're about to do a deep dive into the specs, but quickly, if you're enjoying this unboxing and you want to stay on top of new gaming gear, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Now back to the G8 Plus, and first and foremost, the joysticks are Hall effect. So if you're unfamiliar, Hall effect joysticks use magnets instead of physical contacts of registered movement. That means no stick drift and more accurate inputs. They're not quite as good as TMR, which is the new hotness on the scene, but they are a lot better than standard joystick technology, which is available on most Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo first-party controllers. Even the Pro ones don't have Hall effect, which this one does, and you can already feel how much better these feel compared to like a standard Xbox or PlayStation controller. It just feels much tighter, and you're not going to worry about stick drift at all. Now GameSir rates these for 5 million cycles, so you'll probably likely outlive the phone you're using them with. Pretty cool. And the same goes for the triggers. They are also Hall effect, giving you smooth, precise inputs of racing games, but they also have a hair trigger mode, so you can toggle this so the slightest tap registers a full press, which is instant reaction, so it's better for FPS games. I don't see a way you can activate it actually on the controller, so we'll try that a bit later on when we're actually trying the controller out itself. On the back as well, we have these laser texture grips that feel really deeply molded. They remind me a bit of the Xbox first party style grips, very similar to that. They feel pretty nice. They're not too rough, but they're not too soft either. They're gonna really keep your hands in there. So if you're a sweaty boy like me, they won't slip off as easily. The face buttons on the front are also membrane. Let's give these a click. I've felt better, particularly from some of the new Razer ones that have the clicky mouse style ones. I've felt better, but as far as membrane ones go, yeah, they feel pretty cool. They're rated for a 2 million click lifespan, apparently, according to GameSir, which is pretty nice. Let's try this D-pad. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's like got a nice mechanical feel to it. It's not 8-way, I don't think. Is it 8-way? It might be 8-way. But that feels really good to use actually. It'd be really good for fighting games, that will. So I'm excited to try that out a bit later on, but it at least sounds great. So what else do we get in the box? Let's have a look at what's in here, shall we? So in this big one, we just have the packaged contents, we have some manuals and stuff, and there's also some rubber grips in there you can change in depending on what phone you have, just to protect your phone a little bit more in well, which is really nice. So put that back. We don't need the manual, do we? And then in here we have extra thumbsticks. With this new GameSir controller, you can actually swap out the thumbsticks, and the actual faceplates themselves are magnetic, so you just go boop, like that, and you can swap out any thumbsticks you want. So if you want to try a smaller thumbstick, for example, you can put that in there, or if you want a slightly bigger one for FPS games, for example, if you want a little bit more of a finer control, you can do that absolutely with these. And these are also swappable. I guess GameSir are going to release some special edition ones that you can swap in. Also, the thing about the membrane buttons as well is you can also remove these and they just come straight off. So you can change them to Nintendo style buttons, for example, or PlayStation, or whatever you like. And that's pretty cool customization. So enough about talking about specs. Let's see how this thing actually handles a device. Now, they claim an ultra wide stretch range of 125mm to a massive 215, which, yeah, that's pretty big. You can fit a nice decent sized iPad in there. But we've got a Samsung phone here, which we're just gonna try and get in. Let's have a look at how easy it is to fit a phone. Oh, and it adjusts, that's nice. And if you caught that on camera, but it just adjusted the USB up and down as you're putting it in. So you can put it in without worrying about your phone. That's really cool. So let's have a look and get into Fortnite. So we're just gonna play a bit of Fortnite through the GeForce Now streaming service. Just while we wait for that, the balance is pretty good. It's about 304 grams on its own. So it adds heft to it, but I mean, it doesn't feel like I'm holding any more than a phone, to be honest. It feels really nice and comfortable. Another huge feature we've got at the bottom here is you've also got USB-C pass-through charging. So even if you're playing for a long time, as long as you plug it into there, you're going to be absolutely fine. You can keep going for hours. And of course, you've got an audio 3.5mm jack. So Apple users, you've got your 3.5mm audio jack back. Congratulations. So let's play a little bit of Fortnite then with the GameSir controller. I've just plugged in the hair trigger mode, which makes it a little bit more responsive. You've got quite a lot of vibration in this little controller. Honestly, I've used some first-party controllers that feel a lot worse than this, to be honest. It's amazing just how good a controller experience this can be when I'm using a phone to play Fortnite, which is pretty crazy. Overall, I think this feels really nice in the hand. Feels really ergonomic as well. I mean, the fact that you can play AAA games like this just with a phone these days through cloud streaming is just it's mind-blowing to me. And look, if you haven't tried cloud streaming services recently, I'd recommend just giving them a go. You'll be surprised just how good it really is. But yeah, as for the GameSir controller, I'm really impressed with this. I think it's a really cool device. I actually really like the triggers as well. The triggers have a really nice sound. Listen to this. And although the A, B, X, Y buttons are membrane, they still feel pretty nice and clicky, pretty tactile. Overall then, just from playing it for a few minutes, I think that it feels really good. Feels like a really decent controller, which is a lot more than we said for even first party ones. It's been a really nice experience. The buttons feel really good. Hall effect joysticks and triggers are something that's really nice. We can't take that for granted, even with first party controller solutions. And I mean, what's the price of this thing? $79.99 US and $79.99 Great British pounds. I mean, it's definitely a premium price for mobile, but you are getting premium features, and it's not that expensive, right, in the grand scheme of things. Now look, I need to spend at least a few weeks with this thing to do a proper review. I need to test the TED zones, I need to program the back buttons, I need to see if the mechanical D-pad is actually good for Street Fighter. So if you want to see a full in-depth review of this product, let me know in the comments down below, and you might see it over the next few weeks on the All Out Gaming channel. But other than that, let me know if you enjoyed this video, and why not get subscribed for more unboxing on the All Out Gaming channel. I'm just gonna play this for a few more minutes, so I'll see you in a bit. Bye.